Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and I'm here to talk about Game 69 nice of the regular season, where the Rangers win 6-0 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh boy. That was, in my personal opinion, and I have not seen every single game that he has played, but I have seen all but like maybe 10. That was the best game that Igor Shest-shoutout has ever played, at very least at the NHL level. That was utter perfection by Igor Shest-shoutout. It was not just the number of saves that Shest-shoutout made tonight, it was the level of danger of each and every single save he made. I have never seen Shest-shoutout play a game better than that, and I would be remiss if I've, at least in recent memory, that's just got to be one of the best goalied games I have seen in recent memory. I am speechless for what Igor Shest-shoutout did tonight to the Pittsburgh Penguins. If you were to make a documentary about tonight's game by Igor Shest-shoutout, it would simply be the first 48, because he body-bagged the Pittsburgh Penguins from the first second of this game till the very end of it. Oh yeah, and the offense scored 6 goals tonight. What they lacked in total number of shots, they more than made up for in just the deadliness of each shot. I mean, holy crap, the offense, 24 shots might not sound like a lot. I assure you, the offense absolutely ran the Penguins show tonight. This was really, really a great game, top to bottom, for the New York Rangers. Again, the defense is shaky. They desperately need Ryan Lindgren back. Even when he's back, the defense is shaky. This is the type of games the Rangers are good at winning. It's offense does great, defense has their moments, and Igor Shest-shoutout just is otherworldly. And he was tonight. Igor Shest-shoutout was, I cannot emphasize this enough, that was unreal. There's not much of a storyline for this game. It was pretty much Rangers begin to beat Penguins into the dirt and then continue for 60 minutes. First goal, Mika Zibanejad in front, pretty inconsequential backhander. It was a nice shot, mind you, but there wasn't a ton of heat to it. But it slips on through, 5-hole scores, it's 1-0 Rangers. And then in the waning seconds while on a power play, Adam Fox feeds it to Artemi Panarin and just sneaks it blocker side on Tristan Jarry. It is 2-0 Rangers to end the first period. And you think, wow, that was a really good first period. I wonder if they're, oh my god, they're going to kill them. All right, who's ready for the second period goals? There's a lot of them. First one, 3-on-1 heading into the offensive zone. A beautiful give and go with Vladimir Tarasenko and Mika Zibanejad. Gives it back to Tarasenko. Boom, scores. Lovely. It's 3-0 Rangers. Then just a filthy centering pass from Patrick Kane over to Chris Kreider, and they said Patrick Kane was washed. Scores. It's 4-0 Rangers. Jacob Trouba gets the puck, heads toward the net, and I can only imagine that in the past, week and a half, Jacob Trouba randomly, when, maybe he was in the shower, just went, what if I decided to be Erik Karlsson for the rest of the season, and then has proceeded to do exactly that. He has scored, 4 goals in the past 6-7 games. It's ridiculous. His 8th of the year. Rangers are up 5-0, and then, icing on the cake, a little bit of mix-up with a penalty kill, if I'm not mistaken. And this line was Artemi Panarin, Patrick Kane, and Filip Hedlund. Whoo! If you ever want to break up the kids line, if you ever want to kind of play around with a little bit of it, spice it up from a little bit from every line, I really liked Hedl centering Kane and Panarin. That might be fun to try for a game, just to see what happens. They looked really good on that forecheck. Hedl battling around for it, gets it to Kane, passes it over to Panarin. Panarin misses it with a stick, but he's just playing so confidently as of late. Just kicks it right back over from his skate to his stick. Boom, scores, and it is 6-0 Rangers. They turtled for the remainder of the third period, and wow. So now if you look at the past 6 games for the New York Rangers, and you might say the first 2 were iffy, and I agree, they were, but they still are points. In the past 6 games, the Rangers have gotten 11 of 12 possible points, including the past 3 games where they have just, teabagged the Metro Division. If any of you remembered or listened to the podcast, by the way, podcast with me and Evan down in the description below, go sub to that channel, I said going into this week that this was an opportunity for the New York Rangers to get right in every measure of the team. You're playing 3 opponents, but 4 games, all of whom are solid teams. None of them are going to compete for, top spot in either of the conferences, but they're 3 pretty solid opponents. And if you go out there and beat all of them handily, there's no asterisk of, well, it was this team. You're not beating bottom feeders. You're beating solid, good teams. It was a moment where you could just, you could get everything clicking on all cylinders, and the Rangers have. This has been an incredible 3 games, and it's not over yet. You play Nashville tomorrow, but this has been an incredible start to the 4-game stretch of the week, and man, oh man, this is the team that Rangers fans have wanted to see heading into the playoffs. This is a team that inspires a ton of confidence heading into the playoffs. They look incredibly solid on offense. The defense is doing enough, and the mistakes that the defense is making are just getting they're getting swallowed by Igor Shesterkin, who, again, can't emphasize it enough. What a night for Igor Shesterkin. But he will finally get a little day to rest tomorrow as the Rangers play the second game of a back-to-back, still in Madison Square Garden, at 7 o'clock Eastern against the Nashville Predators. I will be here much later on after that game to talk about it. But as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Rangers.